particular setting that we have seen now to show how changing the world is, because I think a lot of viewers will agree that unless we are more particular about our future, about the creativity of our generations, we will not step forward into the new centuries. I think
Yes.
you will agree with me on that.
Yes, and the necessity will lead to invention. We have to make
Yes,
invention in order to reduce the cost of what we need.
This sounds like a simple principle that everybody knows, but I think to you it was quite different.
For me, maybe because it's in my blood. Because when I was 10 years old, I made a small idea. I asked my father to give me something, but he refused. Then I made it in my way, with nothing, without any single real. So after joining the company, I have the company in front of me, and we have a problem. Plants shutting down, the valve controlling the equipment, running the equipment. So I was busy, but that time I was having one idea, which is, we call it water saving. Since we have lots of shortage of water in the Middle East, I wrote an article in Qatar, and I wrote it 3 times in الشرق. So when I came in Saudi Arabia, I made a lecture in the university, King Faisal University, for the teacher. And this house's rivers, I like to present it now.
Yes.
Whereas we call it how to make 1 million rivers in Saudi Arabia.
Rivers. Okay, this is a very intriguing title again, because rivers in Saudi Arabia, that sounds very interesting.
But we have to call it micro river. Not goes 3,000 miles, it goes only 5 meters maybe.
Okay.
So it's actually, we call it water segregation. Why not to segregate the clean water, like kitchen water, washing the vegetables, fruits, the hot water, when I open the water pot, it will come after maybe 5 minutes.
Yes.
And this clean water, we have to segregate it to our garden. On top of that, our wudu, when we pray, we make 3 prayers at least, 5 times, maybe 3 times we have to make wudu.
Yes.
So this wudu is a clean water. Why not to make another extra washing based? This extra washing based outlet will be diverted to another bit. With overflow, will control the level, and it will divert this water to the garden. On top of that, we can divert another water, which is from the AC. At the east coast or the west coast, where we have the humidity is high, the rejected water from the AC outside, it's a huge, or let's say big amount. If we divert all this AC water, rejected water, to the bed as well as maybe one of the shower, so we can irrigate our garden. We can use it for our inside houses garden, because most of us we are having houses garden. So if we divert it, we will close the fresh water. When we close the fresh water, we will save lots of water, because this water coming from maybe 500 kilometers. And we have to use the natural gas, we have to use equipment, we have to use lots of running cost. So if we save this one, will cost maybe nothing, just by another rule. We have to make rules to utilize this water. Otherwise, we will not do it. If we are forced, we will do it. By 1 week, by 2 weeks, I don't know. But if we make it, it will make big investment. And big saving, but investment is nothing, because we will have saving water, we will irrigate our water without gardener. Also, we will save the water and save the problem for sewage. Also, this irrigation in the long run, it will absorb the CO2, it will be good for pollution, also it will be good for reducing the temperature, weather temperature in the long run. So if we are forced, we can irrigate up to 70, maybe 72 million in the GCC if we are forced. But let's say in Saudi Arabia we will make maybe 18 millions. Half of the people will make it. That's all.
This idea, have you spoken about it to authorities? Have you tried to show them this idea of yours?
In Saudi Arabia?
In Saudi Arabia or abroad?
Yes, I wrote it here in Saudi Arabia. They made interview 3 times, as well as in Qatar 3 times, also in Kuwait and United Arab Emirates and Bahrain.
That's in the newspapers?
That's in the newspaper. But also I approached the Ministry of Water, but I approached them 3 years and half, and no reply so far.
Even though we see a lot of money being spent on water conservation campaigns, I know about this being here in the media even, that we are asking people to conserve the water, not to open the tap for a long time. But this is another side of it, that if we have to lose water, we can use it in a useful way.
Yes, and it will cost us nothing, just by forcing us, by a law. By the law, we will say, for example, the people who do it will be having less cost. And we have two rates, for example. The people who concerned about the water will have half of the rate, and people are not worried about saving the water will have the full rate. Then next day, the people will do it.
So again, this is a very good idea. And at this point, we will take our first phone call. This is Abu Rayyan from Riyadh. Yes, assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I would like to ask Mr. Engineer Muhammad about the reason who pushed him to emigrate to Qatar.
Actually, what made me emigrated to Qatar, I fell in the medical checkup. And my relative there asked me if I immigrated there and study high school, they will pay me, if I study the science section, 450 riyals.
Okay.
So this one good idea to go there, because that time I didn't have money, and I am a student still. I am independent in my father. So they pay me 450 riyals if I go to the science high school. They pay me 450, and that was 1977.
That's all. Yes. Do you have another question, sir?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, as you say, you are a very practical person. As I see that it's always that you need to make, because we hear about people, for example, who spend their life doing research, but nobody ever think that this research will be related to life, that they cannot use this research in any way, for example, in using life. What I notice in your inventions is that they are all very simple, very practical, and they are very related to our environment, to our community.
Yes. Since we are from the region, we have to concern about our people, our society, our government. And why not to do it from now and to think about our future? Because the oil one day will cease. So we have to think ahead. This water and this irrigation will make a good, in the long run, it will make good things. It will reduce the temperature, maybe it will, this water also penetrated through the water under the ground. It will fill it up if there is no much rain. Also, they reduce the temperature. Also, in the pollution, it will absorb the CO2. So there are lots of ideas will lead us to do it. We're supposed to do it.
So I do hope that anybody from the ministry would be watching us now and would really think of further enhancing this idea to make it practical in our homes, even as they go in regions here in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, I'm trying to knock the door almost 3 years and a half. I am trying to make a lecture at the university, like where I did it at the university for the PhD holder at King Faisal University. But still waiting 3 years and a half to make lectures free of charge.
And again, we would like to mention, as you said, that this will not have any extra costs. We don't need any complicated equipments for water salination, because we do spend millions of riyals on water salination as it is.
Yeah. Let me comment on this. For the new houses, it will cost nothing, but it will cost a little bit for the old houses, maybe 1,000. Also, we can reduce the cost by making this wash-based, make two output, two diversion. When you push the button at the ground floor, it will divert the water to the clean water. Otherwise, it will be automatically going to the sewage. Also, it will save water in the sewage in the long run.
Yes.
Less problem for the treatment, less chemicals, lots of things. We have to do we have to do it because of this sequences. Sequences. That's all.
So this is the first invention that you would like to show viewers. What else do you have in store?
Actually, my battery ran out.
So we'll take Salam from Qatar.
This is the...
Salam, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Yes?
I have one suggestion for Mohammed.
Okay.
Yeah.
The idea with the water purification is very good. What I think you can add to that is possibly solar technology, and then this way you can have something to produce something with generated heated water, which would also help with the purification process of the water that's extracted from the house.
That's, Salam will cost us more money, but this water will not cost anything. That's necessity for that one is okay, but this is like what we are supposed to do it when we collect all this water from the houses and make it outside the cities and send it 20 kilometers, then treat it, then send it back. So like we used to say, where is your ear? This way. We have to treat, we have to utilize the water which does not need any treatment at all. Just extra washing based, extra another bit, and it will be saving also for the gardener. No more gardener. We need the gardener if you are planting a tree, longer tree, just we need it at the end of the year. So we need it just to, for 1 hour, 2 hours, that's all.
Thank you, sir. And I again join voices with Mr. Salam, because solar energy is one of the things that we suggest very much that you work on. If you didn't work on until now, why don't you? Because it is available. It is one of the assets that we're supposed to have in our countries. So maybe you'll come up with an idea, I think.
I already have an idea, but still nobody is supporting me. Still I have to work on my bucket or my people support, which they not support me with high amount, they support me with their bucket. So still I am working on from my bucket. So I have to do the things which is cheaper, things I can handle from my bucket.